Channel's Go Crypto Investing. Follow notification, like the channel, subscribe, and share to get that information and education to sidestep and audible the fleece heisters and shysters and market manipulators on your quest to asset acquisition to heighten that standard of living that we're all here and looking for, and truth most importantly here. And you can see what happened here over the weekend. We did pump off that 19,049, and when we had SVB Bank collapse, and the other things that are going on, there's a lot of scary money moving around, and it actually hit a perfect technical trading level, and then we pumped back up. Remember when the price was up here, we drove the 200-day moving average that would be down there, and the price could come back down to 19,000, and then it could bounce, and it did, and then it breached on the market open last night and had a humongous pump and a humongous recovery in Bitcoin from the bottom. Let's get rid of that down here. From the bottom in Bitcoin, where we had our retracement down to where we thought we were just above that zone. We didn't quite get down there. We pumped 27%. It's a phenomenal pump. Now the key is, do we make the 29,950, 957, which we've been saying all down here? There's about a 5% chance of going on here. But we talked about a possible pump here when we were consolidating up here, when we were talking about this M topping, double topping reversal pattern, and we were going to come down to the 19,000. You could have a relief rally, most likely all the way up here to the moving averages, but it could come all the way back up here to retest this major 24,000 area. And that's indeed what it did. But if we zoom out to the daily time frame, and this is why we always like to zoom out from the micro to the macro, look what's still going on here. The volume is still horribly declining. In this most recent pump, it doesn't even move the needle in the daily time frame. So what I would watch out for is, unless you get just squeeze up all the way to 29,000, which I think if you did that, you would quickly reverse back and you would start trading something like that. I would be looking for a quick reversal now, as we already have in the shorter time frame. If we zoom into the 45-minute, even this is all just happening live quickly. So if we go to 15, you can see we started to initially top out here after we had that pump in volume the last couple of days. The big pump got all the way back up there. But if we zoom into the 5-minute more, you can see now we're starting to come back down. And then the slide TA, what I'd be looking at is retesting. This thing's way over there now. We're not going to go find it. What I'd be looking at is the retest rate where you're at the 24,000 level. And you need to hold that if you want to remain bullish. If not, you're going to start to come back into these moving averages. And then you would look something like that. And then that could signify a big reversal to the downside, right? So this is a critical area on the Bitcoin price at the $24,000 level. The XRP price, we've had some pushes up and some pushes down, but we're still trading. If we zoom out to the 4-hourly, we're still within this symmetrical triangle. So nothing has really changed besides that we had a big pump from just below that symmetrical triangle to current price of about 9%. And what I'd be watching for on any pump up more in XRP is for it to come up to this overhead resistance that we've been hitting until we break and get a confirmed break out to the upside out of this symmetrical, or to the downside out of this symmetrical. And that symmetrical in the daily time frame, as you do know, is right here. And then we have our critical 37 cents that we're now above in the symmetrical triangle. And then we have our 32 cents to 29 cents major lower support that we need to hold, or we get a capitulation run down to here. And on a break up to the upside, if we get some kind of squeeze up, but I'm not seeing it because look at the volume. Even with the nice momentum today and the money moving, there ain't no volume coming in here. This is only about a 5% chance like Bitcoin. But the key is when this breaks out of here, and the big level to the downside to watch is 29 to 32 cents, because if you break this, which you've held it once on the last line, twice on the last line, a third time might not be the charm. And once you break that, you have capitulation. Don't be fleece heisted and shysted by the money moving around today. This is all just hogwash, and this is all just to give you false hype and false momentum and false thinking about what's going on here. Because if you zoom out to the bigger picture, the only one that's had steadily increasing volume during this whole deal over the last several months to a year is Ethereum. You can see the volume's been slowly going up, but the price has been slowly going down, which is telling you that there's been a lot of selling in Ethereum. Now, if we zoom in to the 4-hourly, we're running back up to this major VP volume indicator. And what have we learned by this? Since we've slipped below the VP volume indicator back here in June of 2022, we flushed below it, rejection once, rejection twice, gets to the top part, harsh rejection, fourth rejection, fifth rejection, right? And then sixth, seventh, eighth rejection. When we're coming from below it, this VP volume indicator, what we're watching out for in XRP, is very bearish, right? And it acts as resistance. So what I'd be looking for, and it's been a long time since we looked at Ethereum, these levels are still in the same spot, but we're going to move them out in front of the price, keep things rolling along. What I would be watching out for is the same thing with this down here. And look at it's hitting this green fib circle too. I'd be looking for a harsh rejection in the very near short term. Could it ride up like this and ride the fib circle to this 17,009 $17,098.77 and then get rejected? Yes, but I'm calling for a big flip in Ethereum. We've had this huge run up in Ethereum, a 22% gain, but we're hitting this green fib circle and this overhead resistance, which is the VP volume indicator. And I'm putting a big flush, big reversal watch in Ethereum as I'm calling for a week from now Ethereum to be trading down in here in 1 week from now. So we're going to look to see if this does play out. I think we're going to have a big reversal soon. And don't chase this because I think you're going to have a quick reversal and you're going to be hitting the downside in Ethereum along with some of these other coins that have been pumping along with the gold market. Obviously, gold and silver's up 6%, gold's up 2% because people are flooding into safe haven assets because they're starting to fear a bank run. And I think these stocks are going to do very well. As you do know, I own B2 Gold, Fortune, and Silver, AEM. And amongst, there's a few other one of these that I own that I do not see on here right now. But I think the metals will continue to push up. And don't be fooled by the quick rally into cryptos. Peace and love.